But I know there's a lot of collectors who want to know, John, too, about the vehicles. Because like we've mentioned, InArt has talked about this a little bit before. Is there still plans for InArt to produce 1/6 vehicles? I know there was the Batcycle from the 2022 Batman film, the Batmobile, the DeLorean. Are there other vehicles in production? Are you guys still planning to do those vehicles, or maybe just trying to figure out how to make them right now?
I think the thing we're working on now is what you didn't see behind the scenes before is that maybe 2021, there was a lot of work behind the scenes on prototypes for these figures. So we're working for around a year before we released anything. With the vehicles, we've had not as much time to work on that. So there's a lot of prototyping, there's a lot of back and forth, there's a lot of how do we scale it? That's a lot of going on. And there's a lot of other companies that are making vehicles. So it's got to be, and it's not like realism with a vehicle. You can't make a really amazing face sculpt. That's what we do, right? We make really good face sculpts and we try to beat what's out there and try to make it as realistic as possible. With a vehicle, it's a little bit harder. So I think they're working on, that's the feedback I've been given, that they're just working on the vehicles to make them as high quality as possible, as realistic as possible, because that's what we can do.
Gotcha.
It's just going to take time.
Yeah, so those probably we wouldn't expect to see anything like that this year. Probably maybe next year, I would assume.
If this year, it'd be towards the latter end, maybe early next year. But right now, there's nothing majorly been said about that, because it's something that every time I asked about it, they say, "Yeah, you're still doing it." so right. I think it's just a lot of prototyping and a lot of work behind the scenes.
Gotcha. Okay. And if there is an early one, maybe I don't know if you can speak to it. I think the Batcycle you guys said would probably be first, right?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit easier to work on because it's smaller in terms of size. But there's nothing really been said in terms of firm dates.